Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today I'm going to use two decks. I'm going to use my two favorite decks, the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz and the Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. All right, so we're going to start with Don Miguel Ruiz. Okay, first card on the top, I've already shuffled the deck, is ignore the opinions of others. Love that. Whatever people do, feel, think, or say, don't take it personally. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system. So whatever they think about you is not about you, it's about them. So I love that, right? Ignore the opinions of others. And this is not so easy to do, right? Because we're kind of like programmed already, right? To worry about what other people are going to say, to worry about getting in trouble, to worry about outcomes, and we get so that's so ingrained in us that we get so caught up with it, that we don't even realize that we're doing it, right? We just kind of like on automatic pilot. And, we allow ourselves to get so caught up that we miss seeing how much this is affecting us and hurting us. And it hurts us because it puts us in a position where we default to holding back. In other words, if we're worried about the opinion of other people, we're gonna A, hold back, or B, try to please and lose our way along the way, because instead of like, I want to do my best because my best feels good, is I want to do the best because I want them to approve. I want them to validate me. I want them to think that I'm cool, great, funny, or something, or amazing, or worthy, right, or enough. We're looking for something, and looking for that, we lose our way, and we get caught up with what other people are thinking and their opinions, and we forget to follow our heart, to follow what feels good, to be authentic, and to live from that space. So we want to be mindful about this, because we can easily get lost in it and lose our way, hold back, overdo, burn ourselves out, wear ourselves out, and it leaves us feeling real yucky inside. So the next deck, before I go any further, was the Untethered Soul. And this card, the top one, is the back of the, I guess these are just like sections. This is the Freeing Yourself section, and the card says, how do you free yourself? In the deepest sense, you free yourself by finding yourself. Now, I love that. Now, I wanted to pick up that card at this point because this deck has a spiritual perspective, right, on life. And look at that, right? Look what it would ask us, right? How do we free ourselves? And we do it by finding yourself. So what does that even mean, finding yourself? Well, finding yourself basically means getting to know your essence, right? Becoming acquainted with your essence and quieting down the noise, right? That's in our head, and all the worries and the fixations on other people's opinion. And as we get to know ourselves, right, and our essence, then we're not focusing on other people's opinion, right? Because we're spiritually becoming aware of who we are, right? We're connecting with our essence. We're getting to know our soul and our essence on an intimate level. And as we do that, then we start to see the vastness, right? And the connection to everything. And we get to see how small our worries are in comparison to who we are, right? Like, in other words, it's like that small part of ourselves, which is, our minds and our ego, going into panic mode, where, there's really this vastness, right? This expanded self that is so much bigger than just this part of our psyche that becomes all-consuming. And then we're able to allow that big part of ourselves, right, our essence, that deeper part of ourselves, to lead the way, as opposed to allowing our worry about other people's opinion to lead the way. And meditation, there's many different ways to do it, but is a good way because it ends up, when I say good way, it's an effective way, because it allows us to slow down our thoughts, right? To be able to allow ourselves to also be able to take in just being present and focusing, on what is, as opposed to allowing our minds to just go, 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 go. And, it's a practice. And sometimes we just have to watch our mind, just go, 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 and just observe that. And as we continue to, practice it, then, we start to rein in these scattered thoughts or these thoughts that just keep on running amok. And so it's a gradual process, but over time, we start to still ourselves enough that we can start really getting to know who we really are and feeling ourselves into a place of inner peace. Because now we're not seeking external validation or worrying about other people's opinions. We're actually focusing on our core, our essence. And that, changes how we are showing up and what we expect from other people and what we need from other people, right? And what we're worrying about. So it kind of just goes into all these areas, right? And it starts to change all of that. So whether it's a walking meditation or just being present with what is, or any other type of meditation, right? It could be a breathing, exercise as well. And there's plenty of them, on YouTube, right? Any breathing exercise, right? It's just stilling us. It's quieting us down, all right? So that we can allow ourselves to be more expansive in the way we are approaching things. And then, this can lead to, reading things that, inspire us or enlighten us or give us information that we're curious about. It could take us in so many different directions that are about growth as opposed to fear and worry about what someone else, right, is thinking about us. Because what other people think, yes, it is about them, but when we personalize it, right, then it becomes about us. And really what it's telling us is that, yes, a part of us believes that, and this is why we think they believe it. We wouldn't think they believe it if we didn't believe it, right? Because if we didn't believe it, it wouldn't even cross our mind. We would think they think something else. Whatever it is that we think and we believe is what we're going to think they think, even though they may be thinking something completely different. But we buy into it. We tell ourselves this is what they're thinking and we believe it because it's what we're thinking. It's what we're personalizing. It's what we're worrying about. And things just, snowball from there. So we want to be able to make a U-turn from that. So last but not least, I do want to pick one word from my bag of words to see what else I'm inspired to share. And there's some landscapers across the street. Sorry if you can hear that. It sounds pretty loud from where I'm sitting. Ooh, depression. Interesting. Okay. So depression. Depression is exactly what can set in when we are really focused on other people's opinion. And this is because when we're so fixated on that and not reminding ourselves of who we are, getting to know ourselves, we're in a low frequency. We create a low frequency for ourselves. In other words, energetically speaking, we're going to bring ourselves down because worry depresses us. It brings us down in mood. It doesn't uplift us. It doesn't create joy. It brings us down because we're worried. We're worried about what they're going to think. We can't feel good. And, then it just seems like, oh, I'm just a depressed type. No, not really. These thoughts, these worries are leading to a feeling of depression, and it's going to feel really heavy and also feel really real for us, right? Because we're experiencing these yucky feelings and we're kind of stuck there. And then we get, right? Once we get consumed, we're stuck there, and then we're like kind of trapped and frozen in this space. To be able to shift, right, we got to do something. We got to, right, do that breathing exercise or some form of meditation that feels comfortable, or listen to a relaxing music, something that can calm us down enough, right, or calm down our thoughts, slow them down enough that we're able to reach for something else, right? Or even journaling, right? Because if we're in that place where we just feel like, okay, I just need to get this out, and we start writing it out, then, okay, now we make room for something else, right? To reach out for something more expansive and to make time to get to know and find ourselves, so that we're not just trapped in our ego space, our ego mental space. All right, so I'm going to end with that. I hope that this video helps you in some way. If it did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to find out more about things that I offer, you can visit my website, and all the information is down in the description below. All right, have a beautiful day. Bye for now.